Hello my crafty friends, it's Sheree. How's everyone doing today? Welcome to my channel, Turquoise Dreaming. So glad you're here and I hope you're all doing well. I'm doing good. I'm crafting, so that's always a good fun thing for me to do, right? So I wanted to do a quick video today just to show you my next project or projects. So we'll look at this one in a second, but I also pulled out, if you have been here for a while, you will know that I have some book covers in my closet that I've been trying to go through and use. I actually I think I have two that I'm parting with, and they're in the other room and they will go to Goodwill, but I really wanted to use them all, but I don't know. They're in the pile. We'll see if they actually go in the Goodwill pile. So anyway, these right here, I have picked out like the book cover. So this book cover I found all by itself. It doesn't even have a back. I have to make a back for this, but it's a very old. Maybe if you recognize it, you'll know maybe what decade it's from. But I would really guess that it's an antique book. That it looks like an antique book. You know what I mean? It looks very old. I mean, some books look older than they are, I know, but this just looks like, the whole graphics and everything here just looks like an antique book. Sunny Days, a book for children. So I should look it up, actually. I probably will at some point, but I may have in the past, but it's been in my stack for a while. So anyway, I picked out a couple of fabrics to possibly go with these, so when I'm ready to make a journal out of them, I can just, get started. So here's one here. I think this goes really pretty with it, but we'll see what happens in the end when I actually do it. So that one, and I think, let's see. Yeah, let me keep going. So that's one. And if you see one here, like you see a book cover and you just, love it and you have to have it, just let me know and I'll work on that next. But these are just book covers that I've had. I've used the pages or I'm using the pages. And that book cover I just showed you, that one, I think I just found the book cover. There were no pages, there was no back, nothing. I just loved the book cover and I saw it at the thrift store and I brought it home. But this one, this was a hymn book, an old one. You can tell. I mean, it's kind of grungy and worn, and you can see the color. There's even some writing on the back here. A little bit of, it looks like pen, but it's kind of a cloth feeling cover under, over the book board. So, and I'm going to try, I think, to use the original spine on this one and keep it. So I think this could be really just a nice vintage, or maybe, I don't think this is an antique, but I think it's vintage, definitely very vintage. But anyway, I just like the overall kind of grungy in the color of the vintage color of it and everything. But I picked out this fabric right here to go with it. Kind of brighten it up a little bit, But it would definitely have, vintage coffee dyed type papers in it. So that's for that one. Right now, anyway, you never know. I might change my mind if I find something better. But I kind of like those together and how it brightens it up. And so for these two right here, I found this one. I didn't seem to find like a vintagey, some fabric with more burgundy in it, but I did have this, and this is from, all these fabrics that I'm showing you right now are from thrift stores. So I found this one. It's kind of a calico, but it's got a light background instead of a dark background. A lot of my calicos have like a red background or yellow background or navy black background. This one has a creamy background, but I thought it looked really pretty with this kind of burgundy cover here. Our Nation Begins, and it's, not really the name of the book or anything that I like. I just like the overall look of the vintage look of it and the worn charm of it. I hope that makes sense. If you like old books, you'll know what I mean. But this used to be probably a school book. It has, or it says this textbook is the property of the state of Florida. I got this. I didn't get this in Florida. I got this in North Carolina. I'm from Florida though. It's really funny. I just now noticed this. I may have seen it before, but and forgot. Broward County. That is where I'm from. Broward County, Florida. Wow. Okay, so there you go. You never know where you are, what things you're finding are from, right? So from a school a long time ago. It doesn't have any date in it, right? Let me see. 1941. There you go. Broward County. I wish it said the name of the school. That would be really cool because, like, my mom went to school in Broward County at South Broward, I think it's called, high school. She lived in Dania when she was a girl, a little girl and young girl, and went to South Broward High School, I believe it was called. I went to other schools. I didn't go to South Broward. I didn't live in Dania. I lived in Fort Lauderdale, which is Broward County. But anyway, little my history there. And so that one, I feel like it goes really good with this fabric and this one too. This one, I thought I liked it with this. This is an old Baptist hymnal, it says. I wouldn't cover up anything. I would just, make the new spine, or even use, like this one I could use this spine, but I kind of would like to use some fabric on it and maybe use this spine and put some fabric over it just to brighten this up a little bit, because I think that would provide a nice contrast to the darkness and add some lightness. And here's the inside, the old spine. This one doesn't have any kind of information. There's some, it looks almost like, what are these? It looks like initials, but I'm not sure there. So I don't know what that's all about. But anyway, that I thought would go with both of those. Lighten this one up, and it just goes with the colors of this, because this is a brighter burgundy, much brighter than that one. Has more red in it, and or maybe reddish pink. And I think that goes with both of them, so I picked out that fabric for both of those. And then this one here, this one also, I don't remember. I kind of don't remember, but I kind of do. And I think this one was also one where I just found the cover. That was it. That's all that was there. Just this cover. But it was just like, I couldn't leave it behind. I mean, look how grungy and worn this is. It's just like the perfect, like if somebody was going to kind of make a faux grungy cover, they would try to get this look. And this is all natural. Natural grunge. So I believe I brought it home. It says the Reader's Digest right here. In an anthology from the Reader's Digest, getting the most out of life. And I probably saw it and said that would be a great journal cover, because your journal is about your life. Getting the most out of life is a perfect journal title. So yeah, I would imagine that's why I brought it home. There's no kind of date in it or anything. But this also looks like it could possibly be an antique book cover. And I picked out this right here is some, and it would brighten it up a bit, give a little bit of, class and, kind of a contrast grunge with a pretty spine. And I have to make a new back on it and everything, but I think that could turn out really pretty with that fabric. And then this little one, I was almost going to get rid of this one, but it's just so cute, all about you. And I thought just because I can make a cute little journal. This is one of those little, like, I don't know if it's a Hallmark one, but it might be. And it has this inside paper. It's just so adorable. I thought I just have to make a journal out of this. Love the color. All about you, it says right there. And then, so I have this perfect little, this is also an upholstery sample, but this could be really cute. It's just like the same color greens and yellows would brighten it up to, it doesn't need any brightening, but I think it just would go so and be really cute together and go so well. So anyway, I picked out the fabrics for those. So like I said, if there's any of those that you would like, let me know and I'll make that one next. But right now, the one I'm doing first that I pulled out is this one right here. So I'm having some fun with this. It's a Gooseberry Patch Cookbook cover, and I probably still, I may have some of these pages, but I've been using the pages here and there. Not a lot, but a little bit here and there. through the last couple, however many years, 2 or 3 years, whenever I do anything cookbook related, as far as a journal or ephemera or whatever. But I made a new spine, and let's see, did I get the other one out? Yeah, I have another one here to show you. I want to show you something. So this is the cover, Country Quick and Easy Recipes. And I like these covers just how they are. You know, I wouldn't add anything to this because I just love the whole look of these kind of like real country, kind of homespun, you know, design of the covers. So I made a new spine. These come originally with the plastic spiral, I guess it is, or plastic, you know, coils that bind them together. And so anyway, I made a new spine and put this yellow because I thought it's kind of a golden yellow. I had some different yellows I looked at, yellow fabrics, and this one was the best because of the golden. Some of them were, some of my fabrics were too flowery, like a calico. I have really pretty calico yellow, and that was too flowery. Some of the yellows were too light yellow. This was the perfect golden yellow to go with. There's some light yellows in here. There's some yellow stars, and the red and the golden, this golden yellow color just went so well together. And then I was actually looking for blue rickrack, and I found this seam binding, and I held it up here. I was like, oh my goodness, that just looks like it belongs there. So I added that seam binding here, kind of a checked or gingham look. And you have the blue in here too. See, there's blue here and blue in there. So, and it goes with the purple, like blackberries and purplish blue blackberries and blueberries. Anyway, I just thought it looked really good. And here's the back. So, I will probably do a little bit of cluster somewhere here. I don't know. Here's a barcode, and then you have this picture of one of the Gooseberry Patch ladies there. And I might just do a little cluster over here and leave it at that, over her picture. And leave it at that. I think that would be, you know, I don't want to overdo it. So, and then on the inside what I did was, and I'm going to show you the original, not the original, but how they usually look on the inside, so you know why I did this. But here's the yellow golden fabric again. And then on the spine. And then in here, I'll show you in a second, but there's all writing in here and writing in here. And it's a pretty writing and everything, but it doesn't have anything to do with the journal. So I made these pockets to go in here just to cover up that writing, you know, the writing. And decorated them a little bit with some stickers that I have. So this one says Farm Fresh. But I made a little notch, and you know, these are also stickers, like a sticker trim. And then the same thing here. This one says Bless This Kitchen. Nice big pocket. And like somebody can get this and they can still decorate up here or right up here, whatever they want to do. And then there's that trim again there. So I think that came out really pretty. And today I want to make the signature covers. I usually do some kind of cardstock or wallpaper or something sturdy over the signature. So it's going to have two signatures. And so let me just show you real quick. Here's another one that I have. Meals in Minutes. Oh, there's the price. I'll have to get that off, but part of the price tag is right here. I didn't see that on there. I would have taken it off before the video because now it's obstructing your view. There we go. I got it. But this is a pretty cover too. See, here's where the spirals were. The holes. I just took the spirals out and took the pages out. But yeah, that's what they look like before you make a new spine. And then Meals and Minutes. I love all these little timers here. 3 different types of timers and a clock. So cute. The other one has food items and a little, like, this is like a pirate, almost like, it looks like a Pyrex glass dish with fruit in it, and like a ball jar and some tortillas or something there, and it looks like a vintage little, you know, fabric napkin or something there in a basket, and this little, what do you call that, porcelain with the dots on it, whatever that is called, I forget, plate there. Anyway, so anyway, this is what I covered up to make the pockets. It's just testimonials here, so I thought, you know, that doesn't really have anything to do with the journal. Even though it's pretty, I think it should be more, you know, something more to do with the journal, so that's why I put the pockets there. And this side too is just all about the history of Gooseberry Patch. How did Gooseberry Patch get started? So it's the same type of thing in the one I'm working on. So I think, you know, I think I really, even though it looks nice, I think I'm going to cover that up, and that's what I did. So I'll do the same with this one, and this one will be in line also to make a journal in with all these other ones I'm showing you today. So let's just go ahead. I picked out, these are double-sided from a collection kit from Echo Park that I've had for quite a while now, like years. Country Kitchen, but I think they still sell this one. I think I saw it. Like I really couldn't believe they still sold it. I don't know if they have it right this minute, like if they're sold out at this minute, but I think I saw this one still in their, you know, in their, well, I saw it online, I think. I mean, yeah, it's called Country Kitchen, and I thought, what I did was I have a little, you know, the cellophane that these come in. I had this in there, and I had a couple kits combined in there, so that you know, kind of, I had used part of them and just put the rest of whatever was left in this one cellophane. So if I run across another one, I'll let you know. But another name. But this one, you know, on the branding strip I just showed you, it had that name. So this one is directional. You know, you can see the words here. So it needs to be like this. So this journal, or this book, the size I have it now, the size it ended up being after I made the new spine and took off the old coils and everything, is about 6 inches wide. Let me find my ruler. So right here, yeah, it's like, here's the 6 right there. So you can see it's about 6 inches wide. I think 9 1/4 tall. So anyway, it's a nice size and a great little, it will make a great little journal. And I always make journals like this, like with a definite cookbook theme. Of course it has a definite cookbook theme, but I always make them not only with cookbook themed items, but items that can be really kind of used as any kind of journal. Like if you just wanted a this cookbook themed journal to be your regular journal and add your family pictures, you could. Or you could use put your family recipes in there, or whatever you want to do, you know. So I just kind of make them so that they're, you know, they're pretty. They have some cookbook recipe type items in there, but they're not, they still can be used for other, you know, any kind of journal you want to use it for. So this is long enough where I can fold this up and make some pockets. So I think that'll be, let me see, I probably wouldn't want to cover up these pretty milk caps here. These are supposed to be milk caps. So what I would do is just cut this so that I cut this bottom part off where it's to, you know, get my length. And this is what I do when, you know, if I'm forced to and I can't just fold up the pocket and make pockets, I'll just cut this bottom part off. And then if I want to make a pocket, I'll just do this. I'll just take it and turn it around so it's upright, you know, because I don't want to fold it and then it's upside down over here. And then I'll put this over here and make a nice little pocket over here. So it'll be like that, and it'll fit on here just right. And I always make a little triangle here because it takes out bulk, and it looks nice, and it's easier to get in and out of the pockets, I think. So I always kind of do this. I take that, and then I take my scissors, and let me just get this right as if it were, let's see, I go like this, and then make a little cut here of a triangle. I have to do it like this because usually I do it when it's connected to the paper and I don't get confused, but so I have to pretend like it's connected to the paper in order to make sure I cut it in the right spot. So there you go. So you have a little triangle there. And then I'll glue this. I'll go ahead and do it right now. Well, let me make sure it's not too wide first. Let me make sure this is not too wide for the journal. So I'll just take it in here and pretend like, okay, it's connected. It looks, yep, nope, it's not sticking out. So it looks good. Hopefully I won't have to cut it off any. It's going to be the cover. So the cover is always the widest page. And then as you add more pages, sometimes they have to get a little less wide because with each one, they poke out a little bit more. You know what I mean? Because you're kind of stacking them into each other. So let's put a little glue on here. Try not to get too much there. I think I am getting too much. But this is my Fabri-Tac. I like to use this on cardstock, but it's kind of coming out a lot right now. I got a glob there on the end too I need to get off. Let's see, okay, yeah, plenty of glue. So let's put this down here. Get it right in the middle, on the edge, and put it together. So that is really strong glue. If you haven't heard of it, Fabri-Tac. It's a little on the pricey side, but it's worth it because you know your project is not going to come apart. If you just use glue stick or something like that, your project could come apart. I wouldn't even trust permanent glue stick on here, on this type of, you know, cardstock, just because I just don't. I just want to make sure, you know, so, because I sell these things, I don't want them to be coming apart, so. All right, so there it is. Doesn't that look pretty? A pretty pocket, and it's upright, so that's how I do that. And then, so this is going to be the first signature cover. I'm going to let this like sit over here and dry because I could feel the edges are a little tacky there with the glue. I said there was a lot of glue on there, and there was. So then the next signature was this, and I see I used part of this. It's not 12 inches long previously, but it's long enough for this journal, so why not go ahead and use it? And it matches. The reason I picked this one is because it matches this one so well. And yeah, there's no decoration on here, but that makes it wide open either for me to add decoration or for whoever ends up with it. If I don't add a decoration, whoever gets it can add a decoration. And it's double-sided, so it's got this pretty pink on the inside. So wide open for your family recipes or whatever you might want to put in here. Let's see, so we can make a little pocket here actually. Yeah, we can make a little pocket here. So we will do that. I like to try not to cut off scraps and not make scraps, so if I can make a little pocket or a flip out, I'll usually do that. So there's our, and doesn't that look pretty, the green with the pink there. So I'll make my little triangle. See, this is how I usually do it because it's usually connected. I usually don't have to cut it off too often, but sometimes I do, like I just did. And we'll turn that around, and there we go. So, you know, pockets don't have to be any certain size, but you have to, I feel like you have to kind of try to have enough room to put something in there. You know, you don't want it to be like 1/4 of an inch, you know, or even 1/2 inch pocket. But if I do something like that, I'll fold it up. Like say it's a 1/2 inch, I have done that where I don't want to cut it off, and I'm like, this would be really, really pretty, but it's too small for a pocket. Then I'll fold it up and glue it down, and it'll just be like a trim, like a little trim decoration. Especially if it's a different color like this, it would be a different, you know, it would be like a little trim on the side of the page, or even the bottom or top of the page or whatever. So you see that Fabri-Tac is really necessary to hold this and grab this cardstock. I feel like right now I'm having to just make sure it's dry enough to hold it. That's why I'm keep messing with it, and I see it's starting to hold now. So, but if that was any other kind of glue, you might have to put a clamp or something on there and let it dry, and then hope that if you don't pull, you know, if you pull on it too hard or something later on. You know, I'm really delicate with my journals, but I know other people aren't. So if you were to be too rough with it, it could come apart. So that's why I use, or sometimes, a lot of times I'll sew them. I'll sew them closed too. But if you're not going to sew them, or if I'm not going to sew them, I want to use Fabri-Tac on there. So I didn't test that, but it's, yeah, it's good. So yeah, that's what I'm up to. I'll get going on the other pages and see what else I can put in here. But I'll be back. I don't know how much decorating I'll do. So what I'm kind of doing is if I don't do a lot of decorating, I'll make a goodie pack. But if it's fully decorated and got a bunch of tags and journal cards in there, then I will, maybe just do one of my freebie thank yous that I'm doing right now. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed those projects in the works and this one that I'm actually working on right now. And let me know if you like it and how you like it, and if you've ever made a Gooseberry Patch Journal. I've made quite a few. I made a Christmas one once. I had the Christmas Gooseberry Patch and somebody wanted that as their Christmas journal, their December daily, and it was really cool. And they loved it. Yep, they sure did. So it was a good friend of mine that I met on YouTube, and she just really loved it. She's a sweet, sweet, sweet person. So thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next video, and have a great day.